Um, so anyway, I'm glad you're here. I've heard you say you're in a lot of emotional pain, and I understand that from what you've said. I mean, you've got a lot to deal with. I've also heard you say that you want to disappear, that you're hopeless, that things don't ever seem like they're going to get better, and I'm worried that there's a lot of suicidal ideation there. Ever attempted suicide before?
No,
You have or you haven't?
I haven't. I've thought about it, but
How often do you think about it?
often, sometimes every day, most of the time, maybe even twice a day.
Is it ever hard for you to get away from these thoughts?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you ever think of how, do you have a way that you can think of that you would do it? That you would kill yourself?
Yeah, my grandfather has a gun.
Well, tell me about that. Do you have access to it? Could you get to it?
It's not at my house, but it's at his house in his gun cabinet, and I'm there every weekend. And it's locked and in the hallway, but I could still sneak in and get it. But
So you've got a fairly clear plan of how you could. Am I right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm hearing you say. Am I right?
Yeah.
How pervasive is this? Do you think about it like when you would do it, or you just think that you could do it?
That I could do it.
Well, do you ever have moments of like sheer panic where you're just, for no reason, you're panicky?
Yeah.
Yeah. What is that? Is it about your sexual orientation or fear? You've said that you're afraid your family will reject you.
Kind of all of it, I guess.
Yeah. Um, do you have any interest in things that used to bring you pleasure, joy, hobbies? Loss of interest. Yeah. Loss of energy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you had any, and this is confidential, so don't worry about it. Have you been using drugs or alcohol at all?
No.
No. Well, that's good. That's good. Um, how about insomnia? Have you been able to sleep, or are you sleeping too much, or
Haven't really been able to sleep.
not able to sleep? Because of the hopelessness, or sad? Do you think about how hard it is to be alive, or what keeps you awake?
Just it feels so hopeless.
I'm so sorry. Do you have trouble concentrating?
Yeah.
What does that feel like? Is it like you can't concentrate, or you just don't want to?
A little bit of both.
Yeah. Tell me how on a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being the worst day ever, and 1 being life is great, where's your emotional pain fall?
More towards the greater side of it.
Like 10, 9, 8?
Maybe 8.
An 8. That's pretty high. That's pretty painful. Excuse me, script. Have you ever taken any initial steps, like finding out how to get into your granddad's gun locker, or do you ever find ways to collect pills or any other means of suicide?
Not really the pills, but sometimes I try to figure out how I could get into the locker.
How do you feel? Do your parents support you, or do they know that you're gay?
No, I haven't told them.
Why? Tell me.
Because I'm afraid that they'll reject me.
Yeah. You said before you heard your dad and your grandfather making disparaging gay jokes or whatever. That's gotta hurt.
Mhm.
So does that feel scary? Like they could reject you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Feel like when you think about your granddad's gun locker, can you turn the feelings off, or are they pretty much there all the time?
They're pretty much there.
Yeah. Tell me, how do you feel like? Is it just a passing thought, or do you think about, I'm going to use this gun one day?
Yeah, I kind of think about it more than pass through it.
Mm-hmm. So it's really pretty pervasive, painful. Yeah. Do you ever think of how you would do it? Where you would do it?
Well, it kind of have to be at his house since the gun's there. Just probably sneak around back or something.
Like outside. Is there anybody you could tell that you have these feelings? That you're feeling this hopeless, and that you're feeling this hopeless?
No.
No. So it sounds like you have a fairly, not solid, but a pretty strong intent and an ever-present plan should you go through with that intent. Am I right in saying that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, I would like for you to move the cat. Thank you for answering these questions so honestly, and I think we're going to find help for you. You may need to go to a hospital for a little while, but you'll be safe. It's just to keep you safe. This is not a punishment, for feeling badly. You're not being punished again. I mean, you've been punished enough for being gay. This is not punishment. This is loving. This is to keep you alive, okay? And help you feel better. You understand? Okay. Do you agree that going to a hospital for a little while, getting away from everything, having people help you would be a good...
Sure.
You all right with that? Okay. Well, we're going to help you. Okay.